Hi everybody, this is Kathleen Baver with Apricot Tree Planning, and I'm coming at you today with another plan with me. So I technically just finished filming this one, I'm not gonna lie. I lost some footage, so I'm feeling a week behind, and I wanted to kind of double up today. So I kind of know what's going on next week too, so I'm gonna go ahead and film this one now so that I can get it all edited and queued up and, you know, not ruin my streak of posting, which is pretty easy for me to ruin. So I'm going to do July 16th through the 22nd, which is crazy to me because I really feel like this whole summer is just flying by and I'm really not ready for it. So I'm going to use another paper crown planner printable. I feel like I am promoting her shop more than my own. But that's okay because she does really beautiful things. And this was a 3-page kit, so it's a little different than her newer kits, which are 4 pages, but it still has just a ton of stuff. Full boxes, the checklists, all your little headers. I love the color palette on this. It's just soft and pretty, and you know, there's not like a ton of pink in it and stuff, which often is what you see, just tons of pink. But I like the blues and all, and that's some pretty bottom washi too. So I'm going to do kind of like I did in my last one, where I'm going to lay some washi here on the bottom, and then I'm going to do my to-dos at the top. Because this is an Erin Condren kit, they're going to be short. And then I'm going to put the full box, or the bottom washi here, full boxes, and then this bottom bit will still be my to-do, my time blocking area, you know, where I'm putting down the day's events and stuff. So I kind of like this little nautical one, but it is a white background. So I'm playing with, just saying there's not a lot of pink in it. I mean, there are some in the seashells, and if you watched my last video, you know I just got this Simply Gilded, but I think I'm going to save this for something else. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is take white out, which I generally not a huge fan of doing this because I think it's kind of crazy to have a pretty planner and then white out all the best bits. Well, and maybe I won't do that because here it is. I was going to say my whiteout went walking away, but here we go. So I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and just speed up all this part. You guys kind of know my basic thing, and I've chatted a lot in the last one, so I have less to share. So this will be kind of a big voiceover, so I hope you don't mind. So here I go, just covering up that cute little saying. And I don't know why whiteout is any worse than covering things up with washi. I do that all the time, but somehow it just feels worse. But sorry so much of this is out of the frame, but you get to see it all kind of at the end anyhow. So one of the things I really like about this kit, you'll keep seeing me flip through and you'll see this one little box with this little blue crab. And I just love that little blue crab because we lived in Virginia, oh gosh, ages and ages ago. And then again, when we were in Delaware, we would go crabbing to catch blue crab. And Virginia was our first experience with it. And I was just amazed that we could get this delicacy right out of the river, you know, because we were stationed at Langley Air Force Base, which is on the James River in Virginia, and you would go out I never knew all the tide part, but you know, the tide had to be kind of up, and you take the string and tie a chicken back to it, which are dead cheap pieces of the chicken. Excuse me. And then you would put it in the water, and then you would wait to see if the crab would come and take that string, take the piece of chicken, and they'd start to walk away with it, and your line would go kind of taut. And your line was actually just like tied to the pier. And so anyway, you pull it up, and as long as you didn't pull the chicken out of the water, the crab would stay on. And then you took like a dip net, and you would pull it up just to the edge so that you could scoop underneath that crab, and he was caught. So anyway, it was totally fun because, you know, for sometimes less than $1 worth of chicken, you got all the blue crab you could handle. So one of our fun experiences too was like cooking the blue crabs for the first time, because they're still alive and everything, and you bring them home and they were like all over the counter, and it was so funny crawling away. So anyway, that's one of our favorite memories of Virginia, and of Delaware too. We got a little better with some of our techniques when we got to Delaware, but and my husband did more of the crabbing there with our really good friends. But anyhow, good stuff, really yummy. Our one daughter loves it, and our other daughter is like, crab doesn't have much taste. There goes the little blue crab right on the page now. So anyhow, as you can see, I kind of switched some things around because I realized I was getting all the blues together and needed to break it up with one more yellow box. So I had to do some moving. But I really like this kit because even though it's got one of, you know, kind of a fashion girl on it, she's not a super fashion girl. She's really cute in proportion. You know, there's kind of that stylized look that's like super skinny tall, and like, yeah, no, I'm never gonna look like that, and I don't see myself that way. So anyhow, I just think this is such pretty artwork. And now I'm gonna just start putting down some, I'm sorry, so much of this is really out of frame here in that bottom corner. But just putting down some half boxes and stuff for the planning that needs to happen. And I noticed that they had these she has these work stickers on there that say work blank to blank. And I didn't plop in any times because I thought maybe this would just be a good way for me to kind of track how much time I'm spending. I have a couple of apps that I use for keeping myself organized. But I still don't do a great job of saying, oh my goodness, you know, I did a 12-hour day that day and I did a 0-hour day the next day, and just trying to get an average of how much time I'm spending a week. So I think maybe I'll use those work ones just to do a little bit of tracking that way. And then I remembered that weekend is really our one big opportunity to try to get a college visit in. We have maybe like 2 other weekends, but it gets kind of crazy. So I put that sticky there to see if we can't get something scheduled with 1 or 2 of the colleges she really is interested in that weekend. I'd love to go to one on Friday and one on Saturday. So got to get that set up this week for next week. And now I'm working on the sideboard, but I'm so far out of frame you can't see it at all, so I'm very sorry. But as you know, I'm not great at the sidebar anyhow, and it rarely gets filled out at all, but I usually put just the weekly sticker there, pretend that I'm going to track dinners. And then I just put an extra little checklist there, kind of maybe like floating to-dos that need to get done sometime during that week. Just writing in the stuff. Couple little to-dos at the top. One of the things I'm going to put here is one of those really cute little mixing bowl stickers. Again, these came from Paper Crown Planner, and want to bake a cake that night for a meeting my daughter has the next day, and it's a classmate's birthday, so that's kind of a special thing that the seniors can do that day for their leadership meeting. And just writing in her little leadership stuff that she's got going on Wednesday and Thursday. Can't believe, like, band camp's right around the corner. Alrighty, guys, that's it. I think it's super cute. I love this beachy feel to it. A lot of beach themes to me are rather neon, but this one is exactly the colors and the tones that I love. So I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, even though it was sped up and did with a voiceover, but I hope it hit all the high points for you. I think what I want to try next time I do one of her printables is I think I want to try to take this bottom washi and put it up top, and then maybe use the date covers that come with it. That would be an interesting experiment. Anyway, it's a thought. So, all right, guys, have a fabulous week, and I will catch you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.